on June 26, 2015. Can you remember back to last summer? I remember clearly where I was at. I was at my big sister's house celebrating the fact that the United States Supreme Court made gay marriage legal in the United States. People all over the world celebrated whether they were gay or straight. But what a lot of people don't understand, and still don't understand, is why are people gay? How does that happen? At the age of 10, my older sister came out to my family as a lesbian. At the age of 10, I definitely did not understand what was going on. Now that I'm 17, I understand what it means to be gay, but I don't understand how it happens. So I took it upon myself to do a lot of research and figure it out because I really want to know where the facts are. Through my research, I found out that a lot of opinions boil down to people's facts, and it was very tricky for me to do this research because I had to find real facts with real evidence. So there's research on both sides, but making sure that it was true. On the side that people choose to be gay, this side is more common with what you would call conservative people, people who do not agree with homosexuality at all, tend to think that people choose to be gay. They think that people choose to be gay because of their environments. They think their environments may affect sexual orientation. Family environments, this has had to be one of the bigger ones that they think would affect sexual orientation. More gay men have abusive moms than straight men with abusive moms. So abusive moms are looking like it makes their sons gay. Another thing is with your family is that if you are born and raised into a very carefree family who is really accepting of everybody, you're more likely to be gay because it'd just be a lot easier that way. It wouldn't be as hard as it would be in a conservative house. Another environmental factor that comes into play is sexual abuse. There are more sexually abused gay men and women than there are straight men and women that are sexually abused. Another thing that people think is that shows that people choose to be gay is, like Ben Carson said, that people who go to prison straight, but they come out gay. He's saying it's a choice because people are using it as an escape or an outlet, because when you're in prison, you're around the same sex all the time, and it becomes easier that way to be gay than to be straight. Another way to use sexual orientation as an escape or an outlet is to be sort of rebellious. And a lot of times this happens in extremely religious and conservative families where a son or daughter will be rebellious and do the unthinkable to some families and become gay. On the exact opposite side of this is where people think that people are born gay. People who hold this thought tend to be either gay people or people who are accepting to the LGBT community. They think that homosexuality may be genetic. They think that this may be genetic because of some of these genes and these different things that are going to play from family line to family line. They think that if a woman has more sex with more men, she is more likely to have gay sons. They think this because this woman obviously loves men, and so she passes this man-loving gene down to her children. She passes it down to her daughters too, but they, of course, don't show homosexuality from it because they show heterosexuality. But these gay men are getting this gene from their mom and they're becoming gay. Another thing is that X chromosomes in boys, this again goes with boys, are more feminine because they are bred and stuff in the female body, and they just have a lot less testosterone than a straight man's X chromosome would. They also think that homosexuality may be caused through hormones. They think that when a woman gets pregnant with a son, there is an X and a Y chromosome, and the woman's body only carries 2 X chromosomes. So this woman's body detects this Y chromosome and sees it as a foreign object. It sends a lot of antibodies to try to kill this Y chromosome. And in the process of trying to kill the Y chromosome, all it does is really, it just feminizes it, and it makes it more womanly. Now this doesn't happen with your first son. Oftentimes, the more sons a woman has, the more likely they are to be gay. If a woman were to have 14 sons, her 15th son would have a 50% chance of being gay. Another way that hormones kind of come into play is polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS. PCOS is a hormone imbalance that is in almost 40% of gay women and less than 10% of straight women. PCOS goes along with some infertility and some masculinism and some other traits that a lot of lesbian women have, whether they have this syndrome, PCOS, or not. Although we don't understand homosexuality completely, neither me nor you do, I think we can come to the conclusion that homosexuality people need respect, their community needs the respect. The modern culture that we have right now is on the fast track to understanding through all the research and stuff that I have found and that other people have found and that is being done right now. Homosexuality is this much closer to being understood every single day, and it's this much closer to having a set way, whether it was a choice or whether people were born that way.